The space station was never quiet. Machines hummed. Lights buzzed. Boots echoed on metal floors, but in one long corridor, there was a silence that felt heavy. A small alien girl sat on the cold floor near the wall. Her legs were pulled close to her chest. Her thin arms wrapped around them. Her skin was pale blue, marked with faint scars that looked old. And some that looked new. She was very young, too young to be alone in a place like this. People walked past her. Tall aliens with hard eyes. Security drones floating above. Traders, soldiers, officers. No one stopped. Some looked at her for 1 second, then looked away. Some whispered words she could not understand. Some showed fear. Others showed disgust. The alien girl kept her head down. She had learned something important very early in life. If you look up, you get noticed. If you get noticed, you get hurt. Her stomach burned with hunger. She had not eaten since yesterday. Or maybe longer. Time felt strange when you were scared all the time. She did not cry. Crying had never helped before. Loud announcement echoed through the corridor. Dock 7 will close in 5 minutes. The girl flinched. Her small body shook. When docks closed, people like her were removed. Removed did not always mean saved. She pressed her back harder against the wall, wishing she could become invisible. That was when the footsteps slowed. Not past her. Not rushed away. They stopped. The alien girl's heart beat faster. Slowly, very slowly, she lifted her eyes. A human stood in front of her. He was tall, but not threatening. His clothes were simple. His hair was dark and messy, like he did not care much about style. His eyes were brown, soft, and full of something she did not recognize. Concern. Humans were new to the galaxy. Aliens often said humans were strange, too emotional, too weak, too kind. The human looked around. Other aliens noticed him stop. They whispered louder now. Why would a human stop? That child is unregistered. She is trouble. The human ignored them. He looked down at the girl and noticed the shaking in her hands. He noticed how thin she was. He noticed the way she kept glancing at the security drones. He slowly knelt down in front of her. The girl froze. Kneeling meant power. Kneeling meant punishment was coming. She waited for the pain, but it did not come. The human spoke softly. Hey. It's okay, he said. His voice was calm. No anger, no sharp sound. The girl did not answer. Many had spoken to her before. Their words were never kind. The human reached into his bag. Aliens nearby TENSED. Weapons were forbidden. But he did not pull out a weapon. He pulled out a small food pack. Human food. He placed it gently on the floor between them, then slowly pushed it closer to her. Are you hungry? He asked. The alien girl stared at the food. Always came with a price, work, pain, obedience. She did not move. The human waited. 1 second, 2 seconds, 10 seconds. He did not rush her. Finally her small hand moved. She grabbed the food and pulled it close, as if afraid someone would steal it. She opened it with shaking fingers and took a tiny bite. Her eyes widened. It was warm. It was real. It did not hurt. She began to eat faster now, tears forming in her eyes. She tried to stop them, but they fell anyway. The human's chest felt tight. Something was very wrong here. What's your name? He asked gently. She swallowed and whispered a word in her own language. He could not understand it, but he smiled anyway. That's a nice name, he said. An officer finally stepped forward. A tall alien with sharp features and cold eyes. Human. The officer said, step away. The child is not registered. She is not your concern. The human stood up slowly and turned to face the officer. She's alone, the human said. That makes her my concern. Murmurs filled the corridor. Humans did not speak like that. Not to officers. Not to the galaxy. The alien girl looked up at the human's back. He stood between her and the others. No one had ever done that before. The officer narrowed his eyes. "You cannot take responsibility for her," he said. "She is not your species." The human looked down at the girl again. She was small, scared, broken by a galaxy that did not care. He made a decision in that moment. "I don't care what species she is," he said firmly. "No child should be left like this." The corridor went silent. The alien girl felt something new rise in her chest. Hope. But hope was dangerous. A security alarm softly activated. The officer spoke one final warning. "If you take her," he said, "your life will change forever." The human did not hesitate. He held out his hand toward the alien girl. "Come with me," he said. The girl stared at his hand. Taking it could change everything. Taking it could destroy everything. With shaking fingers, she slowly reached out and placed her hand in his. The alien girl's hand was small and cold inside. The human's hand, she expected pain. She expected someone to pull her back, shout at her, or strike her down for touching the human. But nothing happened. The human's grip was gentle. Not tight, not controlling. Just steady. The corridor felt different now. Not safe, but not hopeless either. The officer watched them with sharp eyes. Security drones hovered closer, their lights turning red. "Human," the officer said slowly, "release the child. You are violating station law." The human did not let go. He looked at the officer and spoke in a calm voice, but every word was clear. "She is a child," he said. "Not a problem, not a mistake." The alien girl did not understand all his words, but she understood. His tone, he was not afraid. That confused her. Fear ruled everything she knew. The officer stepped closer. "She has no registered family, no sponsor, no value." The human's eyes hardened for the first time. "Then your system is broken," he replied. Gasps echoed through the corridor. Aliens stared. No one spoke to an officer like that. The alien girl squeezed the human's hand tighter. Her breathing became fast. Her memories returned like sharp knives. Guards, cages, being dragged away while crying for a mother who never came back. She shook her head slowly. Fear filling her eyes, the human noticed. He knelt again, bringing himself to her level, even with the officer watching. "Hey," he said softly. "You're safe right now. No one is hurting you." Safe. The word felt strange, heavy, unreal. The officer growled. "You cannot guarantee that." The human looked up. "I can try," he said. "And that's more than anyone else has done." The officer turned away in anger. "You have one cycle," he said coldly. "If she is still with you after that, the council will decide her fate. One cycle. Not much time." The officer left. The drones pulled back. The corridor slowly returned to noise, but the alien girl was still shaking. The human stood up and gently guided her forward. "Let's get out of here," he said. They walked through the station together. The alien girl stayed close to his side, her small steps quick as she tried to keep up. She watched everything, the lights, the ships outside the windows, the other humans walking freely. Humans moved differently than aliens. They laughed, they argued. They touched each other without fear. She had never seen a species do that. They reached a small human transport ship. Nothing fancy, old, used, but clean. The human opened the door and stepped inside. She stopped at the entrance. Ships were dangerous. Ships took her away before the human noticed her fear. He did not pull her in. "It's okay," he said. "You don't have to come if you don't want to." No one had ever given her that choice. Slowly, she stepped inside. The door closed behind them. The ship hummed softly as it lifted away from the station. The alien girl sat in a seat, stiff and silent. Her eyes stayed on the door, ready to run if needed. The human sat across from her. "My name is Elias," he said. "You don't have to say anything back." She looked at him. Her lips trembled. After a long moment, she whispered her name again. Soft, almost scared of being heard, Elias nodded. "I'll remember it." That mattered more than she expected. The ship entered faster space. Stars stretched into long lines of light. The alien girl watched in silence. "Where are we going?" She finally asked in broken trade language. Elias smiled gently. "Somewhere quiet," he said. "Somewhere you can rest." Rest. She did not remember the last time she rested without fear. Her body slowly relaxed. Hunger returned, but softer. Now her eyes grew heavy. She fought sleep. Sleep meant danger. Elias noticed her struggle. He placed a folded jacket beside her. "You can use that," he said. "I'll stay awake." Stay awake. Protect. Those ideas wrapped around her like warmth. Her eyes closed. For the first time in a very long time, the alien girl slept without screaming. Elias watched her sleep. He saw the scars clearly now. Burn marks, restraint marks, signs of neglect. Anger burned inside him. The galaxy called. Humans weak, but humans protected the weak. He made a promise to himself in that quiet ship. No matter what the council decided, no matter what the galaxy said, this child would not be alone again. Far away, on the space station, a message was sent to the Galactic Council. "Human has taken possession of unregistered alien child." The response came quickly. "Observe closely." The galaxy was watching now, and it did not like what it saw. The alien girl woke up slowly. For one frightening moment, she did not know where she was. Her body went stiff. Her heart raced. Her eyes searched for chains, cages, or guards, but none were there. She was inside the human's ship. The lights were soft, not bright. The air was warm. Quiet sounds filled the space, gentle and steady. She looked down. A jacket covered her small body, not a restraint, not a control device, a jacket. Her fingers touched the fabric. It was thick and warm. It smelled faintly like the human. She felt confused. Confusion was safer than fear. Across the ship, Elias sat in the pilot's seat. His eyes looked tired, but he was awake. Just like he promised, he noticed her move. "You're up," he said quietly. She nodded once. He did not ask questions. He did not force words from her. He simply handed her a small container of food. "You should eat," he said. "We'll land soon." She accepted it carefully. She ate slowly this time. No rushing. No panic. Something inside her was changing. Outside the window, the stars shifted. The ship slowed. Then she saw it. A blue planet. Large. Bright. Alive. Her breath caught in her chest. Planets like that were stories. Not real places for someone like her. "Is that?" she asked. "Earth," Elias replied. "My home." Home. The word felt heavy again. The ship passed through the atmosphere. Flames danced outside the window, but inside the ship was calm. She flinched. Elias noticed and spoke gently. "It's just the heat shield. You're safe." Safe. The ship landed with a soft thud. When the door opened, the alien girl froze. Light poured in. Natural light. Warm and golden. She stepped outside. Slowly. The ground was not metal. It was solid, soft, covered with green life. Grass. She reached down and touched it. It moved under her fingers. Alive. Her eyes widened. The wind brushed against her face. She gasped softly and stepped back, startled. Elias smiled. "That's just the wind." Wind did not exist in stations. The sky stretched endlessly above her. No ceiling. No walls. She felt small. But not trapped. They walked toward a small house at the edge of a quiet area. No guards, no scanners, no cages. The door opened. Inside, the space was simple, clean, warm. Elias pointed to a small room. "That one's yours," he said. Yours. She stared at him. Rooms were assigned. Beds were shared. Nothing was ever hers. She walked inside slowly. There was a bed, soft, clean, real. There was a light on the wall. Alia showed her. You can turn it on or off whenever you want. Control. Choice. Her fingers trembled as she pressed the switch. Light filled the room. She pressed it. Again. Darkness. Again. Light. A small sound escaped her mouth. Not a laugh. Not a cry. Something in between. Elias watched quietly from the doorway. If you need anything, he said, I'll be right here. He turned to leave. Panic struck her suddenly. What if I break something? She asked quickly. Will you send me away? Alia stopped. He turned back slowly. No, he said. Things can be fixed. People matter more. People matter. No one had ever said that to her. That night, she lay on the bed. It did not hurt her bones. She waited for alarms. They never came. She waited for guards. None arrived. Tears filled her eyes. She did not wipe them away. They were not tears of pain. They were tears of relief. In another part of Earth, screens lit up inside a hidden council chamber. Aliens watched images of the alien girl walking freely, touching grass, sleeping without restraints, holding a human jacket close. The council members were uneasy. This is dangerous, one said. She will become attached, another warned. Humans do not understand limits, a third hissed. A decision was made. If the child forms emotional bonds, the leader said, we will take her back. Back. The alien girl turned in her sleep. She whispered a word she barely understood. Home. But the galaxy was already moving to test that word. Morning came quietly. Sunlight slipped through the window and touched the alien girl's face. She opened her eyes fast, ready for danger. None came. The room was still, warm, safe. For a moment, she forgot where she was. Then she remembered the grass, the light switch, the bed that did not hurt. Earth. She sat up slowly. Her body felt strange. Light, not heavy with fear. She stepped out of the bed and looked around. Everything was still there. Nothing had been taken away. That mattered. She walked into the main room. The smell reached her first. Food. Real food. Elias stood near the counter, moving slowly, carefully. He noticed her and smiled. Good morning, he said. She hesitated. Morning, she replied softly. He placed a plate on the table. I made too much. You can help me fix that. Double quotes. Help. Not work. Not orders. She sat at the table, watching him closely. He did not watch her eat. He did not rush her. He ate his own food like this moment was normal. That confused her more than kindness. After eating, Elias handed her a small device. It's a translator, he said. It will help us understand each other better. Her eyes widened. For me? For you, he confirmed. Words became clearer. Thoughts felt less trapped. She looked at him and finally asked the question that burned inside her. Why did you take me? Elias paused. He did not answer quickly. Because you were alone, he said. And no one should be alone like that. She stared at him. In her world, alone was normal. Later, she followed Elias outside. The day was bright. Birds flew above, making soft sounds. She flinched. They won't hurt you, Elias said. How do you know? She asked. I don't, he replied. But most days they don't. Most days. Not perfect. Just honest. She liked that. While walking, she accidentally knocked over a small metal tool near the house. It fell and broke with a sharp sound. She froze. Her chest tightened. Her mind screamed, punishment is coming. She stepped back, shaking. I'm sorry, she said fast. I'll fix it. I'll work. Please don't send me away. Elias rushed to her side. Hey, stop, he said gently. It's just a thing. Her eyes filled with tears. I broke it. I know, he sighed, and that's okay. Okay. The word hit her harder than any strike. You're not angry? She whispered. No, Elias said. I'm worried about you. Worried about her. Something cracked inside her chest. She cried then. Not loud. Not messy. Just quiet tears falling freely. Elias did not tell her to stop. He did not turn away. He sat beside her and waited. After a long time, she spoke again. In my world, she said slowly, only families forgive. What is family? She asked. He thought carefully. Family is when someone chooses you, he said, even when it's hard. Choose. Her mind struggled with that idea. That night, she watched Elias fix the broken tool. He did not blame her. He did not remind her. When he finished, she stood beside him. Thank you, she said. He smiled. That's what family does. The word stayed in the air. Family. Later, when fear came back in the dark, she walked to his door. She did not knock. She just stood there, shaking. Elias opened the door instantly, like he was waiting. I had a bad dream, she whispered. Come in, he said. She sat on the floor. Elias sat too. For a long moment, neither spoke. Then, without planning it, without thinking, she said a word her species never used lightly. Father. The word escaped before she could stop it. Silence filled the room. Elias did not move. Her heart pounded. Had she made a mistake? Slowly, Elias's eyes filled with emotion. If that's what you want, he said gently, I'd be honored. She leaned against him, unsure, afraid, hopeful. Outside, unseen by both of them, a small surveillance drone blinked once. The Galactic Council heard the audio clearly. Father. The leader's voice was cold. It has begun, he said. The human has crossed the line. The test would come soon. The knock was soft. Not loud. Not angry, but it froze the alien girl where she stood. Her small hand was still holding Elias's sleeve. She had been helping him place clean dishes on a shelf. The word father still felt new in her mouth, like a fragile thing that could break if spoken too loudly. The knock came again. Elias looked toward the door. His body went still. Humans had instincts too. Stay here, he said gently. The alien girl shook her head fast. Fear rushed back like a dark wave. No, she whispered. Please. Elias saw the fear in her eyes. He nodded once. Okay. Stay with me. He opened the door. 3 figures stood outside. Tall, still, alien. Their armor was smooth and silver, marked with the symbol of the Galactic Council. A small drone hovered above them, its single eye glowing blue. The air felt colder. Instantly, Elias Carter, the lead alien said. By authority of the Galactic Council, we are here for the child. The alien girl's grip tightened. Her breathing became shallow. Taken. That word filled her mind. Elias stepped forward, placing his body slightly in front of her. She's not going anywhere, he said. The lead alien tilted its head. She is not human. She does not belong here. She belongs with me, Elias replied calmly. The second alien activated a small screen. Images appeared. The alien girl sitting alone on the station floor, her scars. Her file marked unregistered. Nitrogen monoxide claim. She has no legal family, the alien said. Your attachment is emotional, temporary. Temporary. The alien girl's chest hurt. Elias looked at the screen, then back at the council agents. You're wrong, he said. Family isn't always written in files. The lead alien's voice grew cold. Your species confuses emotion with logic. Elias smiled faintly. That's because you don't understand emotion. The drone moved closer, scanning the alien girl. She whimpered softly and pressed her face into Elias's side. Please, she whispered. I'll be quiet. I won't break things. I'll do anything. The words cut deep. Elias knelt beside her. You don't have to do anything, he said firmly. You already belong. The council agents watched closely. This behavior proves our concern, one said. The child is forming a dependency. No, Elias said. She's healing. The lead alien raised a hand. Enough. The council will decide. A bright beam of light appeared, projecting a symbol into the air. Trial of claim humanity vis galactic allied. Doubly the ground beneath them hummed. The alien girl gasped. What is that? Alia swallowed. It means they want to test us. Test? How? She asked, fear shaking her voice. The lead alien answered. Humans believe family is chosen. We believe ownership must be earned. The beam shifted, showing images of challenges. Separation, loss, sacrifice. If the human fails, the alien said, the child is returned to council custody. The alien girl felt her legs weaken. Returned. She looked up at Elias. Will they take me? Elias met her eyes. No, he said. Not without fighting. But you can't fight them, she said softly. They are the galaxy. Elias stood tall. So are we, he replied. The council agents stepped back. The trial begins at next cycle, the lead alien said. Prepare yourself, human. With that, they turned and left. The drone hovered for a moment longer, watching. The alien girl clung to Elias. Then it flew away. The house felt too quiet. The alien girl trembled. I knew it, she whispered. Good things never stay. Elias crouched in front of her and took her small hands in his. Listen to me, he said. No matter what happens, you are not alone. What if you lose? She asked. Elias thought for a moment. Then I lose fighting, he said. Like family does. That night, the alien girl could not sleep. She watched the stars through the window. The galaxy wanted her back, but for the first time, someone was willing to stand against it. Far away, the Galactic Council gathered. Humans are dangerous. One said. They bond too deeply, another warned. They will suffer, a third concluded. The leader spoke last. Let them, it said. Suffering is the price of attachment. On Earth, Elias sat beside the alien girl's bed until she slept. He knew the trial would break rules. It would break hearts, but it would also show the galaxy something it had never understood. Humans do not abandon family. No matter the cost. The trial did not happen in a room. It happened everywhere. When Elias woke up, the house felt wrong. Too quiet. Too empty. He turned toward the small bed. It was empty. His heart dropped. He ran outside, calling her name. The wind answered. Nothing else. Then, the sky changed. Light folded inward, like space was bending. A tall beam formed in the yard. Symbols burned inside it. The Galactic Council had begun the trial. A voice echoed, cold and clear. Trial 1, Separation. The alien girl appeared inside the beam, floating slightly above the ground. Her eyes were wide with fear. Father! She cried. Elias rushed forward, but an invisible wall stopped him. Pain shot through his chest as he hit it. Do not interfere, the voice said. Observe. The alien girl reached toward him, her small hands shaking. I'm here, Elias said loudly. I'm not going anywhere. The voice continued. Humans claim family is choice, then prove it. The beam shifted. The alien girl vanished. Elias screamed her. Name. Silence answered. The world changed again. Elias now stood in a long white hall. Images formed around him. The alien girl alone on the station floor. The scars on her skin. Her fear when she broke the tool. Her whisper of the word father. Each image stabbed deep. Trial 2, Emotional Endurance, the voice said. Relive her pain. Do not look away. The images became stronger. He felt her hunger, her fear, her loneliness. Elias dropped to his knees, breathing hard. Tears streamed down his face. This isn't fair, he whispered. The voice was calm. Fairness is irrelevant. Many species had failed here. They turned away. They shut down. They chose logic over pain. Elias did not. He forced himself to look at every image. I see you. he said through broken breaths. I see what they did to you. The hall shook. Trial 3, the voice announced. Sacrifice. The scene changed again. Elias now stood in front of a council projection. The alien girl stood beside it, silent and scared. Choose, the voice said. Release your claim or lose something you love. The projection showed a new image, Elias's sister on Earth, his only remaining family. If you keep the child, the voice said, your human family will suffer loss. The alien girl looked up at him, horror in her eyes. No, she whispered. Don't choose me. Her words broke him. The council believed this was the end. Humans always chose their own blood. Elias knelt in front of the alien girl. Listen to me, he said softly. This is not your fault. But you'll lose them, she cried. Elias closed his eyes. Pain tore through him. Then he stood. He looked straight at the projection. I refuse, he said. The voice paused. Clarify. I refuse to choose who deserves love, Elias said. Family isn't a trade. The hall shook violently. That is not an option, the voice warned. It is for humans. Elias replied. The council watched in silence. No species had ever answered like this. The alien girl stared at him, tears falling freely. You would lose everything? She asked. Elias smiled sadly. I already lost everything once. I won't lose you. The final trial began without warning. Trial 4, Loss. The image of the alien girl faded. Gone. The world went dark. Elias felt it instantly. The emptiness. The silence. The kind of pain that crushes the chest and steals breath. He screamed. No answer came. Minutes passed. Or hours. Time had no meaning here. Most beings broke here. They begged. They surrendered. Elias stayed. He sat on the cold ground shaking, whispering her name again and again. I'm still here, he said into the darkness. Even if you can't hear me. The darkness trembled. A small light appeared, then another. The alien girl stood before him, not taken, not broken. Free. The council voice sounded different, now. Uncertain. Double quotes. Human. It said. Why do you endure this? Elias looked at the child he loved. Because family isn't proven by winning, he said. It's proven by staying. Silence followed. Across the galaxy. Council members whispered nervously. This is irrational, one said. This is dangerous, another warned. The leader spoke slowly. No, it said. This is human. The trial ended, but the judgment had not yet been spoken. The galaxy had felt something new, something it did not understand, and it was afraid. Silence filled the space between stars. The trial was over. Elias stood still, holding the alien girl close to him. Her small hands gripped his shirt, like she was afraid the universe might pull him away again. The light around them slowly faded. Galactic Council appeared as tall, glowing figures floating in a wide circle. Their voices no longer sounded sharp. They sounded unsure. The leader spoke first. Human Elias Carter. It said, you have completed the trial. The alien girl looked up, fear returning to her eyes. Does that mean they take me? She whispered. Elias tightened his hold slightly. No matter what they say, he replied softly, you stay with me. The council studied them in silence. We tested strength, the leader continued. We tested logic. We tested sacrifice. Its glowing eyes focused on Elias. You failed all expected outcomes. The alien girl's heart sank. Failed. But then the leader said something no one expected, and yet, you succeeded. Murmurs spread through the council. Elias frowned. Succeeded at what? The leader answered slowly. You proved that humans do not protect family because they must, it said. You protect family because you choose to. The space around them changed. Images appeared, recordings from across the galaxy. Aliens watching humans care for wounded strangers. Humans risking their lives for non-humans. Human children sharing food with alien refugees. The council had been watching for a long time. We believed attachment was weakness, the leader said. But your pain did not make you abandon. Your loss did not make you surrender. The alien girl's eyes filled with tears. So, she asked carefully, I'm not going back? The leader turned to her. Child, it said, do you wish to stay with the human? She did not hesitate. Yes, she said. He is my family. The word echoed across space. Family. The council paused. Then, for the first time in galactic history, the leader bowed slightly. Then by council decree, it announced, you are no longer unregistered. You are no longer property. You are chosen. Light wrapped around the alien girl. A symbol formed gently on her wrist. Family bound. And the galaxy had changed a law. For one small child, Elias felt his breath leave his chest. His eyes burned. Thank you, he said quietly. The leader replied, no, thank you, human. The council vanished. The stars returned to normal. Moments later, Elias and the alien girl stood once again in the quiet yard on Earth. The sky was blue. The wind was gentle. She looked around, almost afraid it would disappear. It's still here, she said softly. Elias smiled. This is home. She looked at him. Home, she repeated. She stepped onto the grass and took a deep breath. Then she did something she had never done before. She laughed, not a small sound. Not a careful sound, a real laugh. Elias laughed too, wiping his eyes. Later that night, she sat on the bed, holding the human jacket that once kept her warm on the ship. Father? She asked. Yes? Will the galaxy try to take me again? Elias shook his head. No, now they know better. She thought for a moment. Do you think, she asked, other children like me will find families too? Elias looked at the stars through the window. I think, he said, we just showed them how. Far away, across alien worlds, news spread fast. Humans do not claim family, humans choose it. Shelters changed their rules. Unregistered children were given names. Alien councils studied human words, care, belonging, home. And in one small house on Earth, an alien girl fell asleep without fear. No chains. No guards. No waiting for pain. Only warmth. Only safety. Only family. The galaxy had always believed humans were dangerous. Now it understood why. Because a species that would stand against the universe for one small child was not weak. It was unstoppable.